Guten Morgen. Okay, today's Happy Friday.
Yeehaw.
All right, so I'm gonna go over a couple things today that start off with just our day. So right now, as you look on the board here, so we have Oscar. You're going with Ryan today. You going? You guys have an install to do. Michael's actually now, I guess he's sick, so I'll be changing this around. Just got a call from him, so I may be adding that to Ryan. I'm not sure how long Ryan's day is going to be, or it might be Renard, so we'll figure that out in a little bit.
Ryan's here.
What's that?
Ryan's here.
Yeah, I know. So Joey, do you have a water heater flush this morning for Andrew Hua? And then Luciano has an install for a water heater, Luciano and Phil. Nick just has this one, I think it has to do with a quote that he has to give some pricing on. So, and then Sarah's got, this one is a pricing over a, I'm not really even sure what it is, if it's a system. And then she's going back to that one that you went to yesterday.
Yeah.
That I'm having her go there instead of you, because she basically now wants a quote for a new water heater.
That's pretty much what she needs.
Yeah.
She's
So I'm sending Sarah there only because Sarah was there before and already gave her quotes on like a tank list and everything.
Yeah.
And I just don't want you to have to argue with her, because she was kind of like all upset about, oh, you guys installed this water heater, which she said back in 2016. But even if it's true, it's beyond its warranty. So, because we really installed, you look at the water heater, which we have a picture of it. I'm going to show you guys this, and I'm showing you this just so I wanted to go over this from last night. So what happened is, customer calls in, we go out yesterday. No hot water, okay? So we did a water heater flush supposedly, but when we did the water heater flush, they have two water heaters, two 75-gallon water heaters, right? So Joey goes out, one of them's an A.O. Smith, and one of them is a Ream, I believe, right? All right, so you can go back and see pictures from when you go into her thing. Here's the A.O. Smith, okay? And this is why we take pictures of these labels, okay? So I want you guys to see this, if I can bring it up. Now you see what the build date is there, 2011, right? 12/02/2011. See that?
That's the first thing I told
So, so that means that it's 8 years old. Okay, unless you have a 10-year warranty, that water heater warranty is expired. So my understanding of the problem here is that it won't stay lit. So it could be a thermocoupler, it could be a lot of different things. So if you're going in as a repair technician, obviously there's only certain things you can do with this. I mean, you can try to clean out the burner assembly. I mean, you can get the dust out of there, check the igniter, try to light it manually. There's a few little things you can try, but if it won't light, no matter what you've tried doing those things and trying to clean it out, then it needs to be replaced. Either the water heater needs to be replaced, which is what you're going to recommend with a water heater that's this old, okay? Because when it's 8 or 9, 10 years old, it doesn't make sense to go try to spend, for a customer, almost half the price of a water heater or a third of the price of a water heter to prepare it. It makes no sense.
$800 for us to picture.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to charge, the part's going to be a couple $100, and then it's going to be $300-400 to fix it. So now you're talking half the price of a water heater almost, or at least a third minimum.
It could die in another year anyway.
Yeah, and then you might have a year to 2 years left on it. So you can always give that option to a customer, but this is the funny thing about it is that this customer gave us a receipt. Now, it was really weird, and I have a copy of it in my phone, but when I go into this customer's, this is another reason that we keep notes, or we should keep notes in here, and I want you guys to see something here, so I'm going to go back into this darn thing here. Okay, so when I go into, so here it is. So when I go into here, that water heater job, Okay, so that, I just showed you the picture there. When I scroll down, that job was a $253 job and 26 cents, and it shows it was done on 10/17/2016. Okay, so prior to that, we were here for a water heater flush on 10/11, but it was canceled. See how it would say it was canceled? So we were scheduled to go out there, but we didn't go. We went out there for on the 17th. Now I can go in here on the 17th job, and I want to look at the notes. Okay, so I'm going to go into the invoice, and I'm going to look at the notes. And this was done really, really well. Now yesterday was not done well, so this is why I'm showing you this, because I want to show you what has to happen. On the notes, it's invoice summary. Ran and flushed out on the home, and noticed that one water heater, ran a flush out on the home, and noticed that one water heater was older than the other. I attempted to remove the rod from the old unit, but it was not coming off. It was really rusted. Pulled rod from newer unit and got authorization to replace it for $253. Homeowner said we had installed the A.O. Smith unit, but there is no record of us doing so. Plumbing looks really good, and she has a salt softener for her whole house, carbon filter, and a Rhino system under the sink. I think she meant, I think that's an RO system. RNO? Okay. Got Scott HVAC to assist me on the tank replacement options, but she did not want to move forward. Okay? So she didn't want to move forward on this. And I did a lot of research on this, because this is just the notes I wanted to show you, because that's the job on 10/17. She gave us an invoice that had no invoice number. It had Kalka, it looked like it was emailed to her, but had no invoice number. Somehow that was removed. And it showed a price of $3,675 or something like that for a 75-gallon water heater the day before this. But it doesn't say that it was paid for. It says that there's a balance due. So we basically gave her a quote, is what we gave her, okay? And so somebody gave her a quote, supposedly. I don't know who or how, but it got sent on this day.
There's no name.
There's no name on it, there's nothing. It
No
says her
job
name,
number.
the customer's name, but there's no invoice number, nothing. So I'm like, well, if we installed this and you paid for it, no, this, same month, yeah, October 16th, 2016. This job, we were there the day after doing water heater flushes on two water heaters that were old.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
I was there
So
yesterday.
that was the confusion I was going. So I was researching. We looked in to see if we had a file for her. Nothing. So somehow someone's was trying to scam us, basically, and trying to say that we installed this A.O. Smith, which we don't install. We don't install A.O. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact is on the 16th she had this invoice that had not been paid for. Okay. Number two, I go on the 17th, and we went and tried to flush two water heaters, and luckily someone put all these notes in there and took pictures, which makes it really easy for me to say, no ma'am. This is electronic proof, because she has, if you go into her, here, if I go into, like, I'm going to print her invoice, I even have her signature on here.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things that are important. Look at this. $253, all of those notes say this to her. So after she supposedly bought a water heater that she's claiming she bought from us, that doesn't show that she paid it, we have no record of payment, we have nothing. So then, I said to her, ma'am, can you show me that you paid for this? Because I see an invoice that you're telling me that you bought from us, this water heater, but I have no payment. So if you can show me payment, then I'll be more than happy to warranty this, right? No payment. I don't remember how I paid. You can give me a check number, credit card number, whatever. I'll look it up, because
You can just look back in your account.
I can look back on the account, right?
She can look back
I wasn't
in
in
her
there last
account.
night. I was at home last night. So,
She
but
can look back
anyway,
in her bank account statement and
Right.
see where it was taken out, when
Exactly.
it was taken out, if it was
or a
taken
credit
out.
card statement.
Yeah, or credit
And
card statement.
this is 3 years ago. So I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if that's the case, then why did I go back the next day after you have this invoice, one day later, and I have notes and a signature, and I have payment, because I have a check number and everything, for $253. It says, you only have two water heaters. I've flushed them both. I couldn't take out one anode rod, but I did the other. That was part of it. That was part of my investigation, okay? Then, I also go back into her name again, and I looked, what was the next thing we did after this, okay? So I go in here and I say, there's an estimate here on 11/14. We were there for a couple different things, but 11/14, $15,000. I'm thinking, wow, that must be, oh, what do you know? It's just an estimate on 2 tankless water heaters. So why did we go back a month later and give you an estimate on 2 tankless water heaters?
Wow.
Because both of those water heaters are, now it's 8 and, 10 years old. So why would you ask for us to give you a bid if we just sold you a water heater a month ago, brand new water heater? Why would you want 2 tankless water heaters? So there's just a lot of stuff that just kind of evidence, basically.
That was the investigation on your part.
Right. So it shows me that, ma'am, why would you even ask for an estimate on 2 water heaters, 2 tankless water heaters, if we just sold you one for $3,600 a month ago? It makes no sense. So now she's saying, she backs up and says, well, can you just come out and give me an estimate on replacing my water heater? Okay? So we went from this whole thing where she wanted to come in and have us work for free, right? To by us having notes and having pictures and having, our estimates in here, we now have proof of what we need to not have to be getting sucked money out of from somebody who's just trying to suck money out of us.
Right.
So it's really important that you guys put your notes in. It's really important that you take your pictures. And I'm gonna reiterate again on the warranty. If we have a 10-year warranty, it only costs us $175. Okay? We go and buy the sticker goes on there, you take a picture of it, a little piece of paper gets filled out and gets mailed. The customer gets the other part that shows the warranty that's extended, goes 10 years. They get the little booklet that has it. There's a little tear out thing that goes in the back of it. That gets mailed. Everything else, take pictures, have everything in there. Yeah, you're going to get charged for it. It's $175. I mean, it's just like a part, right? But the bottom line is, we're charging more for that water heater. So when if we're a little bit higher than the next guy, that we're doing a bid on, we're bidding against Joe Plumber. So let's say we're $200 more. Well, yeah, but we're giving you 4 years extra. No big deal, right? I mean, it makes sense. That's why we're a little bit more. We're going to give you a 10-year warranty, and we're going to water the flushes and everything else we're going to do on a regular basis, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. It is really, really critical that we do this on a regular basis, because now if I go into Jay's job, and I'm not trying to throw Jay under the bus, but I want this to be a learning thing more than anything else, okay? So if I go into Jay's call yesterday, all right, so Jay was there yesterday, when we were there yesterday, let me see here. 3917, am I even seeing you in here? Did you do anything with this, Jay?
Which one is that?
For this lady? Did you have anything in here?
No.
No. Okay, so here's 5/3. Okay, this is for today. This is scheduled for today. So here's yesterday, right? Joeed and Beatrice, right?
Yeah.
So when I go in here to your job yesterday, here's what I see. Possible warranty call, hot water heater is not working properly, and you need to look at history, okay, which I did.
Yeah.
But I don't see any notes. I don't see anything here at all that says anything of what happened. And if I go into the invoice, complimentary plumbing evaluation, that's all I see. So I see that he went out there. I don't have a clue what he did. Don't have a clue that what was said. I don't know anything.
Even though a lot happened, yeah.
A lot happened.
Yeah.
A lot happened. But there's nothing in here for me to even know. Well, you went out there and it says it was a non-op. Did you fix it? Did you not fix it? Why didn't you fix it if you didn't fix it? I mean, you've got to have notes on there. And you got to say warranty wasn't under, our water heater was not under warranty. So let's do it right now so I have it in a record, because obviously this lady tried to rip us off once, right? So I don't need to have that happen. So I can go in and edit this. It's really easy. You guys can do the same thing. And I was trying to explain to someone yesterday about this. I think it was, it was Luciano on the phone. He went into a task for an electric water heater that he installed, and it said 9-year warranty, even though it was only a 6-year warranty. All you gotta do is go in here and change it. You edit, you go in and you change from 9 to 6, because there wasn't in the system a 6-year warranty electric water heater, I guess. It just said 9. which what he bought was a 6, right? So just go in and change it. It's not that hard. Just edit and go on in. So on this, we're gonna say complimentary plumbing evaluation. Water heater was not, all right, let's go back. Customer had 2 water heaters, okay? Let me come down here. So customer had 2 75-gallon water heaters. Come on. This is Alan. Hello? Hello? Yes? Yes?
You're right.
Yeah, I'm actually in a meeting right now, but you can give me a call in about half an hour. Okay? Alright.
What is Jesus said I'm sick today?
Okay, so 2 75-gallon water heaters, and basically we're gonna say one was an A.O. Smith, and the other one was what, was a Ream, right?
Right.
Okay, so neither,
And she won't let us see the other one.
the Ream she wouldn't let us see?
No, she said, don't worry about that one, just concentrate on
Okay,
this.
so customer said, we installed the A.O. Smith water heater. Come on, I keep hitting the wrong button.
And I was like super nice to her the whole time, like, even though you know.
And the date on the water heater,
2011. And we installed it 17. Water heaters only stay for like a couple months. Sometimes not even when the date of when the water heater was.
it needs,
An installation or not.
and you said it needs at least a thermocoupler?
Yeah, at least, at the very least, and it's not even guaranteed that it'll work.
I still got a little bit of error there, what did I do? Oh, I got an I in there. Okay, so we didn't charge her anything, and now we're gonna say customer wants us,
And it was on like 3,000 feet up in those mountains, hills by the Pacific Coast Highway. When you couldn't get any higher, that was it. With that truck trying to make those little short turns.
Oh, those?
so now at least I have a note in there.
That truck was gonna die.
Alright, so now at least I have a note on there, what happened yesterday. And now, so the next person who goes, which is Sarah, going out this morning to give her another estimate. Now we can, we have notes that she knows what to expect when, with talking to the customer and what we found, what we, so on and so on. So she's not gonna be all confused or not knowing what's going on to get the same thing, because now she has a new person going out, she's gonna say, hey, wait a minute, you guys installed that, right? No, we didn't. So basically, that's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand, that's what we need to have in every single one, and those pictures were really important. So the same thing for you, if you're taking, when you get out there, that's why you take pictures of stuff. You can take it before and after, like, here's the old water heater, now look what I did. I put this in and installed it. Mike's really good at taking some pictures of before and afters and sending them to me, and that's not only good for us to have in the system, but a lot of times we can put those on the website and stuff too, so real good thing to do, okay? So any questions on that? Pretty simple. It shows the importance of having notes and pictures in the system attached to each job, okay? All right, so ordering parts prior to the job. Now, the only time I want you guys to order parts, you can order the parts anytime prior to a job. I have no problem with that. But picking them up and paying for them, you pick them up. When you pick them up is when I want you to pay for them. So if there's a situation where you have a water heater for first thing this morning, and you don't want to go, let's say you live up north, you got to go all the way past the job to go get the parts and come back, and you're already down there and all that, and you're going the next day. That's a different story. Just let me know, and I'll authorize that. But I'm not going to authorize, well, I just want to pick it up today, and I'm going to go tomorrow or the next day or whatever, 3 days from now. Guys, right now we're working on getting some credit, things going back and everything else. So we don't need to have money just going out and sitting. Basically, it's like money sitting on a shelf for a day or two. We don't need that. I want money going out to the marketing stuff that I'm doing. I want money going to where we need to have it go, not just sitting in our truck or sitting in the shelf. Because then what if the job cancels or postpones? We have it happen all the time. Oh, you know what? I know I had a water heater scheduled for today, but hey, I have an emergency. My daughter's sick. I got to take my doctor. So now we got a big ass water heater, for an example, or a big ass HVAC system sitting in the back of our truck, and I got to work all day with that in there. Makes no sense. Okay? And plus, my money now is sitting in there until we finally get the job done and can collect the rest of the money. Sometimes we maybe even got a deposit, which is great. So that's a great thing to do, but I'm just saying, again, we just have it sitting there, and we're not gonna get the rest of our money, and you're gonna have to work around that water heater or whatever it is the rest of the day or the next couple of days until we get it rescheduled. So please keep that in mind, and if you know for sure you're going out tomorrow morning and that's gonna happen, I'm okay with it. Just get authorization prior to doing it. Someone asked yesterday, and I said yes, and then I guess by the time they got to me, it was too late. They left, and we're all upset. Well, I can't help that. You know who to call. Just call me. And if it's something like that, I'll authorize it. If not, wait till you just order it, have it on will call, and then just go pick it up, and we'll pay for it that day. It makes it a lot easier for us too. Okay. All right. Returning parts. If you have a part that needs to be returned, like yesterday, we come back in and there's a thermostat in a box, and then on top of it, there's a modem on top of the box. Mm-hmm. It's a $500 part. Just sat down in the warehouse like it meant nothing to anybody. Don't give a fuck about anything. Don't care about anything or anybody. That's $500 of our money just sitting back here for anybody to do whatever the hell they want with. And nobody knew what it was until we're like asking around. What is this? What is this? What? Oh, well, that's a return part. Well, whose is it? Oh, it was from this job. If it was your money, your $500, you would not be just setting something down in the back of the warehouse. And, well, who's supposed to take that back? Oh, it doesn't matter to me. Bryce will probably do it. And I've said this before, Bryce is not your bitch. He's not. I mean, he's willing to help. He's willing to do things if we ask him to. But don't just expect, I put it in the warehouse. I expected Bryce to know what that was and know where it went and what it was for and what customer. No. If you need something returned, you guys are going to these purveyors on a regular basis, at least once or twice a week, if not more. Take the responsibility and get our money back. It just makes absolutely no sense. When you go on a warranty job and you have to buy a part first and then you have to return it, again, take responsibility as if it was your own money. Because if it was your money and you just spend out $500 on something, all right, and you know that you have to turn that warranty part back in to get your credit, wouldn't you do that right away? The longer it sits in your truck and gets beat up, especially how I've heard about the trucks and what they look like sometimes, they may just get thrown away. Well, that's an old part. Well, you may not have realized, or your apprentice may not have realized that it's something that we need to get money back for. okay? So think of things like it's your own, guys, and take responsibility for it, because we cannot just be losing money like that and someone not worrying about it. And if you're so busy and you got something going on and you bring it to me or you bring it to Bryce and you ask for our help, you know, we'll do what we can. But again, take responsibility and give it to somebody and give them direction, specific direction on what needs to be done, and if they could, you know, help you out. That's one thing. But just expecting it for someone just to pick up your trash and do your stuff is just not right. Okay? Sarah's not here right now this morning yet, but I don't know what happened with that, but I just wanted to say that I already talked to Sarah, and kudos to Jesse and to Joweed, Beatrice as well. She said that you guys were just excellent on that repipe, and you guys just busted butt. You got it done. She was really, really happy. And I'd already talked to Joweed about it as well. I mean, he basically got done everything that she expected to happen in 2 days in the one day, which, you know, Jay didn't want to have the reputation of being called Slow Jay. He told me that. You know, Jay comes from a different place. You know, he's you know, like I am. I'm not as young as I used to be, and we get to the point where sometimes, you know, when you get used to doing things a certain way, you have your own way of doing things. Sometimes it takes you longer. You're not in a hurry because you do things by, oh, I'm going to get paid the same amount on this job no matter how long it takes. Well, I think he's learning the commission thing now. He's learning what needs to be done. And, you know, I talked to Sarah about this. You know, I said, hey, you need to make sure that when guys work like that, they get paid what they're worth.
This guy, he
Not-
works hard. He's a hard worker.
Not getting paid, you know, the minimum so you make as much. Because if you guys, as a technician, when you're in commission, when you have someone working for you who works hard, you know, if they're working hard, Jesse's busting his butt for you. That's when you see that he's going to get paid, you know, a higher hourly rate. They're going to say, you know what, I'm paying you more, man. You busted your butt today. You did everything I asked and more. That's when you get paid more money. If you're just going to be, you know, slow, take your time, not really do anything that's expected of you, and have to be told all the time and hand being held, you know, you're going to make whatever your minimum is, and you're going to walk away, and that's how it's going to be all the time. People will be asking for you, like Kevin said, when you bust your butt like that. And so I think that the message has been, you know, given, and I think it's been accepted, and it looks like we're going to get back to that where we need to be for being on commission, which is a really good thing. So, but I wanted to thank you guys for the hard work and getting that job done. It was nice to get that big payment yesterday on the rest of that job. We needed that, so that was good. Also, just the two people that so far have gotten Yelps, Ryan and Joey. So thank you for that again. We need more guys. We need to build this. Our website is basically ready now. I'm having a problem responding to them. They gave me a couple things I have to set up on Google and stuff like that for our pay-per-click, but it's just about ready to go now. I mean, it's really ready. It's just a few things I have to kind of do and we have to set up here. And then I'm waiting on the approval on the website from both Kevin and Tina that they have to go through page by page by page and make sure that they're happy with everything. And then we're basically set. So it's real minimal stuff to be done. But for some reason, I'm emailed these guys, and it says their emails aren't working all of a sudden. So they must have something wrong with their server, I don't know. But I'll figure that out. But other than that, it's looking good, and we're ready to start rolling on it. So it should really start improving. I know today's not as busy as I'd like it to be, but once this thing goes on, it's going to start really making a difference. I'm kind of chomping at the bit. It's nice we get a little bit of money in with these big jobs, because then we can pay it towards that and get that stuff going. Anybody have anything else? Any questions, concerns, comments? No? Okay, well, cool. Good job, guys, again, and thanks. I appreciate it. Let's get in there and see where everybody can go get you guys out working. Okay?